guys, today I'm doing what if Naruto had the Demogan and the Anogan. So, so last time we left off with the belt test. So you guys voted, and Hinata is gonna win, is gonna marry Naruto, like in the original. So Naruto, after that incident, they beat the Zabuza and the exams. So the exams goes like this. So first, Naruto aces the test, just being naturally smart, and the force of death. Naruto goes the force of death. He goes. He finds somebody, takes their scroll, and on the way to the finish line, Orochimaru appears out of nowhere and attacks Naruto. Naruto wasn't expecting this because he couldn't sense him, and Orochimaru tried to bite Naruto, but he dodges it, and he kind of uses a kunai to slice off Orochimaru's head, but another one just pops out of nowhere. Naruto says weird, and he activates his wings. And when he activates his wings, he moves 4 or 3 times faster, and he's just maneuvering Orochimaru from trying to bite him. And Naruto does Hellfire, which Orochimaru dodges. Orochimaru seems pretty strong, and Naruto's thinking, this guy, he's too strong to be getting even Jonin. He's stronger. And Naruto's like thinking this guy's really strong. Even with my wings, I can barely keep up with his speed. So Naruto goes on his full avatar, and he tells Hinata, and Hinata says, "Yep." He tells Hinata, "Ready?" She says, "Ready," and she activates her avatar. It's either you can either call it Angel Avatar or Angel Avatar or Phoenix Avatar or Devil Avatar or Demon Avatar. I mean Dragon Avatar or Demon Avatar. You can call them either one. So Naruto says, and Hinata activates your Angel Avatar, and Naruto says Hinata come, and Hinata says okay, and he rushes to Naruto. And Naruto grabs Hinata's feet, and she points her pointer finger, and when Naruto launches her finger is like imbued with chakra, about to hit Orochimaru and close his whole chakra system. And Orochimaru sees this and he ducks. He kind of like bends over like Matrix style, like dodging a bullet. He bends over and then he stabs Hinata. When this happens, Naruto has his rage is like off the charts. He thinks Hinata is dead, so he becomes his avatar becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and his demon avatar envelops his angel one until it's just a full dragon avatar, and it's gigantic. And Naruto flaps his wings, and he's blowing all the trees away. Then, as he thinks for a moment, and he grabs Kiba and Hinata and blows like a big chunk of the trees away, and he sees Orochimaru unconscious, and he thinks, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. And then he starts healing Hinata. And he says, that was a close one. I almost killed everybody. So they get to, the Naruto looks back at Orochimaru, and he's gone. Kabuto took him. Naruto is thinking, that guy's really strong. I wonder who he was. And he goes, he wins the tournament versus Kiba. He wins. He wins against Kiba easily. Kiba's not that strong. And then the fight between Hinata and Neji. Neji still wins, but when Neji is about to when he continues hitting Hinata, Naruto what it seems to be teleporting, and he activates his his angel avatar in his right leg, and he kicks Neji. Sorry for punches. he kicks Neji into the sky, and with his angel avatar on his right leg, he jumps and he activates on his left arm his devil avatar, and he slams Neji into the ground, knocking him out. And Hinata, after getting beaten like that, she faints. Naruto carries her to the medics, and he says, "What's up with that guy?" And Naruto, he trains. He meets Jiraiya. Jiraiya teaches him the Rasengan. He learns it pretty quickly. For the 1 month of time skip, he learns it in about 2 weeks. Um, he doesn't learn the toad summoning. He will learn something else. I'll tell you guys in just a second. Um, Naruto. Um, wait, let me just move this. Naruto. Um, he learns the Rasengan. He learns how to control his bloodlust, and he learns how to go KCM. But in this version, the KCM, there's a problem. If you use KC, he can only use not KCM. He can use LCM 1, and when he does it, there's a slight downside. On his in his right side, it makes him about 10 to 20 times more powerful. Maybe even more. Depending, I'll see. Um, Depending on his, you know what, 20, about 50 times more powerful. Because in the original, he got like so much stronger. So that's about, and on his left side, he gets 50% less power. No, 50 times less powerful. So on his left side, he's like a limp noodle because Naruto doesn't, because the chakra control it takes for just LCM on just one side is crazy. So you have to at least have Tsunade level chakra control, and Naruto definitely doesn't have. So his his left side would be like a limp noodle, and he wouldn't even be able to move it. So it's only in dire situations, because the devil side and light side, it will kind of envelop his. It's because light overshadows the darkness. Because you know what, I'm just gonna skip this before I confuse myself. So Naruto beats Neji to a pulp, like he's bleeding, and he tells Neji that if you try that with Hinata again, I'll snap your neck. And Neji is kind of scared by this, but he's good. So he beats Sasuke. Since he knocked out Orochimaru, the third Hokage will not die because, and Sasuke beat Garda, so the third Hokage won't die. And by the way, this is the last part until Naruto. So Naruto he does this, and let me think what I do. Sorry. So he does it. Let me think. After that, let me see something. Okay, so after that, I checked my script. Not my script. I might make a video of how I make my videos, but maybe. And he goes on a mission, an S rank mission to assassinate a very powerful clan leader. Um, that's might have plans to rebel against the Hidden Link Village. And so Naruto and his top team, Naruto, Hinata, and Kiba, the top team, goes on this mission, and Kakashi. So they go. So Naruto is in the shadows. He's manipulating his string. By the way, this string it's as strong. It's made by the king himself, and it's imbued with angel chakra. It's kind of as strong as that guy in Kill. That guy with the string. It's as strong as that. So it's thin but like razor sharp and strong. It's like really strong. And depending on how Naruto wants it to be, it can either be sharp or just strong. So Naruto begins to it's since he's bending light off it, it's invisible. So he slowly wraps around him, and then he squeezes his fist, tightening it, and then he just goes poof. Next thing you know, he's behind Naruto, Kiba, and Hinata. He he draws a kunai at Hinata chest. He he slices Kiba's um his he slices Kiba's around the the neck area, but just barely missing his neck. But he's bleeding badly, and he does a wind bullet to Kakashi, and this all happens in about 3 seconds. And Kakashi dodges it, but just barely, because the wind bullet pierces Kakashi's shoulder, but it originally was aiming to his heart. Naruto manages to go LCM just in time to dodge all the attacks. And he sees Hinata bleeding and Kiba bleeding, both on the edge of life. Naruto breathes in and out. Calm down, calm down, calm down. He's just thinking this while he's dodging several attacks from this guy. And Kakashi says, hold him off, while Naruto's dodging. And he sees Naruto and he's thinking, this kid, his left side is limp. All I have to do is attack his left side and he won't be able to dodge. It's a blind spot. So he throws several kunai at his left side. Naruto beams very fast, dodges all of these. And Naruto is basically like War Arc Naruto, but just his right side is War Arc Naruto and his left side is like a baby. So he's just dodging all of this. And he rushes him. He rushes him. The Naruto rushes him and he dodges it. And Naruto's thinking, damn, this guy, I think I'm gonna die. Well, I think I had a decent run. Cause Naruto dodges him, but he's like right next to him, but he's like on the losing side. And right before he can pierce Naruto's heart, the guy heart gets pierced by Kakashi's Chidori. So Naruto sees Hinata and Kiba on the floor, dying. Naruto deacts LCM, thinks, I only have time to save one. Damn it! Damn it! While he heals Hinata, crying while doing it. He's thinking, am I making the right choice? Yes, I am making it. What happens when she comes back? Naruto is just thinking this. And Hinata doesn't wake up. She's fully healed, but she doesn't wake up for some reason. Maybe it's just the pressure. Or maybe it's right before she got stabbed with a kunai, she saw Kiba getting slashed. So Kiba's dead. And Naruto has this kind of on aura that he wants to power hungry kind of. He kind of sends a wave through the world, and only a few strong people that can really sense chakra on that level, cause it's like some frequency stuff, and it's catching the attention of two people, the light and dark sage, which are only the really two people that can really feel it. So these two come together, which they're always together. By the way, it's kind of how Avatar, like the light and dark, are always together. It's kind of like that. He goes there and he talks to him. Dark and he said, and I mean the light tail is as a bee. Um, Generous, helps everybody, but lethal when it needs to be. And the dark tails is a wasp, just like killing and destruction for no reason. And he goes, the light and dark sages tell Naruto that we can train you. We sense both light and dark chakra emanating off you at the same time. You really are a worthy successor. So Naruto says no, but then he looks at Kiba and then he says yes. He says, how long would this training take? Maximum 7 years, minimum 2 years. Naruto says, if I do decently well, 3 years. And he says 3 or 4 years. And says okay. He goes with them. And before he goes, he leaves a note to Hinata that he's going off to train. And Hinata says, Hinata kind of leaves a tear, thinking if Naruto is going to be safe. And Naruto goes. So the first year, Naruto learns how to wait. Let me think. Okay, let me check my notes. Oh, okay, he learns how to activate DLC, which is dark, the dark cloak, and he learns how to combine them, which make him half black, half white. And then the year he learns how to do light and dark sage mode. Light and dark sage mode basically takes positive and negative emotions. So that's how it is. It goes around the world and it kind of takes it. And when the eye is like this, he learns how to activate both at the same time. So basically, it's like an X. One X is one line of the X is black and one line of the X is white. So he does this. He learns how to stack them on top of each other. And the third year, he learns how to harness God chakra. The first half a month later, he can't use it, and he can't utilize it. The 8 months in, he can semi use it, but he can't generate it. He can only generate it in bits. And the last year he knows how to use it. He knows how to do everything. But the only problem, he can't generate it. So he asks. It's been 3 years. He's learned everything, but the God chakra. He asks the light and the dark sages, "What's up? Like, why can't you learn?" And he tells Naruto that we trained only one person in the past, and he was a prodigy, and it took him at least 20 years to do it, to learn how to use God chakra. But we don't have that time. So the light and dark sages say absorb us, and then you'll be able to fully generate it without a problem. And Naruto says, "No, I don't. I think I'm strong enough. I don't need that power." And the light and dark sage says, "No. There's a very huge evil that can threaten this whole planet." Sadly, the king has been absorbed, and the devil king has also. Who was it? Naruto asks. The light and dark sage says it's Minato's kid brother. And he says what? He says Naruto asks. An angel once tried to absorb my dark chakra, and they passed out. So they absorbed the whole king. How did he survive? How did he survive? And they say that he's been experimenting on, and soon he'll be able to fully use God chakra. And he says that if you take that time to learn God chakra, he'll be a god before you know it, and the whole world will fall. So Naruto says, okay, if that's what really needs to be done, and he lets out a tear while he starts absorbing the light and dark sages. And a week passes, and Naruto is finally done. He cries for a few hours, and then he wipes it, and he goes to the Leaf Village. He goes to Hinata, which he hugs, and Hinata says, "I thought you'd never come back." And Naruto says, "I'll never leave you." And they hug, and they spend about a day together. So Naruto goes and visits Sasu. He knocks on her door, with his disguise, of course, and he knocks on his parents or her house, and the person who opens the door is Sasuke, and Naruto says, "What are you doing here, Sasuke?" And he says, "I'm just at my girlfriend's place." He says, "Sasu?" "Yeah." And Naruto says, "Oh, okay." And Sasu comes and he says, "Hi, Naruto. It's been a while." And Naruto says, "Yeah." And they catch up. Naruto and Sasuke and Sasuke all catch up, and they have a really nice time. So Naruto, he let me he let me think. So yeah, first he goes to the angel, and he asks what to the guards, as of course disguised, and he says, "What happened?" And he says, the guards explain, "Have you really don't know?" And he says no, and they explain to him how they plan to take over the leaf and the world. And Naruto says, "This is bad. This is really bad." So Naruto calls the Leaf Village. The Hokage. He says, "Interesting," and they tell the Raikage, and then they tell everybody, and so the Shinobi Alliance versus the two strongest clans in the world. So there's about 1 million of the clan members spread across each and every village versus about 100 million. They think they will have an easy war or not, or one-sided, but they were severely wrong. While they come to the Leaf Village, so there's five groups. First, it's Sasuke leading the Leaf Village as a general, going to attack the first base. The second is Gaara, leading to attack the Hidden Sands base, and then Sasu attacking um, the Earth base, the leading the Earth base, and then is the Eight Tails, or I forgot his name, the Eight Tails, attacking his village, and they get ready and they go. And they think to have an easy fight, but as soon as they get ready to attack, Zetsu come out of the ground. So many Zetsu countering all of their troops, and they get Sasuke barely holding on, while Naruto is kind of like their trump card. So Naruto goes into the woods, needing to see something. So first he activates his avatar. Then he activates his DLCM, which is a combination of dark and light. It's like the night, see half. It's kind of like that. And he activates it. Then he stacks light and dark sage mode on each other, which gives him about 10 times boost. Then right. Then he activates. Then he says, "Okay, that's good." And then he comes back to normal form. Then he says, "God's avatar," and he creates a giant knight with devil and angel wing, and it's a gray metallic color, symbolizing dark and light combining into God's avatar, which is a knight. Naruto says okay, and then he stacks his dark and light stage mode, which gives about 10 times buff, and then he activates DLCM, which he tries to merge them together, creating a gray metallic armor for the knight, further enhancing it by 30 or 20 times around that area. And Naruto says, with this power, I can wipe out entire armies. And then Naruto says, okay, one last test. And then he activates his Rasengan. It puts light chakra into the Rasengan. And then he makes a Rasen Shuriken. And so it's a white Rasengan with light energy. And then the blades are dark energy, dark, dark energy. So Naruto has created a perfect Kekitoda Rasengan. Naruto says, okay. And Naruto says, depending on what mode I can put, I can either destroy or create. This Rasengan can destroy anything. So Naruto says this, and he deactivates it. And he runs faster than he's ever run before to each battle, clearing all the white Zetsu from the impersonators. And he clears them all, and he goes to each battlefield with clones, taking them one by one with just his the DLC mode. Just with that, not his avatar and stuff, and just DLC mode. Not even his not even the God DLCM mode, just the regular DM. And he goes, destroys all the white Zetsu impersonators. And then they all group up for what it appears to be a victory. And then their troubles have just begun. While a giant white Zetsu army, accompanied by Madara, um, revived by what's the name? Nagato, forced by Obito with his Renegon, and with the devil's brother. I mean Minato's brother. I'm gonna say Sato. No, Sato. Yeah, I'm going to call him Sato. Sato, and Sato comes with Obito with a Renegon that he unlocked by getting pumped with all kinds of stuff. And Naruto says, stretches his back to fight. But then the light and dark tails start getting sucked by something. He doesn't know. It's two of the those things from Naruto that suck the tail beast. Two of them are the same sun sucking it. It only gets about 1 or 2% of the nine tails, which isn't enough. But he gets some nine tails chakra. And then with that, that's all he needed, just a little bit. And then he becomes the 20 children jerky. Sato becomes all powerful with his whole body gray, a metallic gray like a metal. And he looks like an alien. And Naruto is kind of kind of sees this and he looks weird, and he has black and white orbs surrounding him, and Sato says, I am creation, I am destruction, while he tests his power. And then he puts a black orb on one of his white Zetsu while they start to vanish. Then he quickly shifts to the white orb, which starts to heal him from nothing. And he says, I have the power to create and destroy. And Naruto activates his full power with his DLCM god form, his god avatar, everything. And he's kind of like a bulky metallic gray Susano, but bigger. and a little bit more slimmer, more faster. And Naruto wields a sword, and when he slices it, so many of the white Zetsu get killed. And Naruto says Naruto says that I think I need some help. And he summons about 25 about no 10% of his chakra using his god form and doing reincarnation. And he slams his hand into the floor when his dad with his light mode, his light KCM2 mode, LCM2 mode, and his mom with her DCM2 mode, and the mother, not mother, Senju and his brother, and they all come up. No, they're only about, I'm gonna say three of them, um, Hashirama and his brother. So when this happens, Minato starts fighting Obito, and no, I'm thinking Minato starts fighting Madara, and Kushina starts fighting Obito. So they're fighting, and Naruto takes um God God's Sato. So when Naruto rushes Sato, he takes out blade and slices him while a black wall appears, disintegrating his his sword. Naruto makes a Rasen Shuriken and throws it, which goes through the wall, but it goes through the wall, but when it goes through the wall, it loses its blade, but just the white part hits him. And Naruto said, damn it, if the whole thing hit him, he would have been disintegrated. And then he just starts regenerating. And Sato says, my turn. While he creates a gigantic hammer out of his orb with the black stuff, not the white stuff, because white stuff will heal you. And he slams it into Naruto. Naruto uses his wings as kind of like a dome, and he attempts to shield himself, but it doesn't work. He's Naruto's thinking, what will it take? This guy's I'm using all my power. And Naruto kind of makes mini Rasen Shuriken and says, Rasen Shuriken bullets! And many little Rasen Shuriken is coming out of Naruto's hand, and he's kind of throwing them like bullets, and he just keeps blocking it, and he just says, enough games, boy. While he creates a spear and he throws it. Naruto using all his power to stopping it, and Sato's thinking, damn, this kid is strong. I used a lot of chakra into that, and Naruto is like kind of blocking it with like a shirt, like his Rasengan, and so he's trying to power break it or do something to it at least, but he just keeps powering it through. And Naruto is running out of chakra, even with all the people dying, the hate, the negative emotions are powering him. But he just keeps going, and it's working. But then Sato adds a lot more chakra into it, and it just goes through Naruto. Naruto is on the floor, and it kind of looks like the dot right here, right here. It kind of looks like here, and he's just on the floor. Naruto is on the floor when the Sage of Six Paths says, "Get up, my children. I didn't think you'd be reincarnated into one person," but he explains to Naruto what happened that day, and he gives Naruto the chakra. And Naruto gets up, and when he gets up, he's different. He has the same armor, but he's smaller, more compact. But for some reason, the armor is stronger. It's something different. Naruto walks and the ground shakes, and the gray metallic has it's become almost like ultra instinct and kind of the way it flows, and he walks and the ground shakes. And Sato creates needles, all made of the black stuff, and he launches it. And Naruto just flicks his finger, and all of it disappears. And then Sato thinks this guy is on another level. And Minato and Kushina are holding off Obito and Madara long enough for Naruto to have his fight. So Naruto stretches his finger and he snaps. And Sato just appears right in front of Naruto. And Naruto grabs Sato by the neck. And he squeezes it. And he says, "Do you want to die?" Naruto is, at this point, he's power. He has so much power running through his veins. He can't even contain it. He's kind of like in a bloodlust, different state. Naruto grabbing his neck, and he starts absorbing, stealing his chakra. And he says, "That's a decent amount of chakra." While Sato slowly goes out of his form, and Sato kicks Naruto in the balls, and Naruto doesn't even flinch. He says, "What were you trying to do?" He throws Sato on the floor into the ground, and then Obito uses his Rinnegan ability and Sakamoi's with Sato, and Sato in about 10 minutes is back with a kunai to Hinata's throat. And Naruto says, "You want to die?" And he snaps his fingers while Sato's on the ground bleeding. Sato is bleeding all from all his body parts, and he's shaking, and he's dying. He's dying. He doesn't know what this is. He's just dying, and he's scared. He's just dying. And Minato's look at his brother, saying, well, for what he is, because at the mode he was the 20 tails Jinchuriki was he couldn't he by the way they already collected all the Jinchuriki. I forgot to say. The mode he didn't look like his brother, and he said, "What have you become, little brother? Is this my fault?" And and Hinata says, "Stop, Naruto," and she starts crying, "Stop, Naruto, stop!" And he hugs him, not her, him, crying, "Stop it, Naruto, stop it!" Naruto blinks and open his eyes, to see beyond his he sees what he's doing, and he snaps his fingers, and all his body parts, all the blood goes back into him, and he's fine. And he starts breathing. That was a close one. And he snaps his fingers, and Obito and Madara disappear. He says, "I'm sorry, Hinata. I didn't mean to." He snaps, and all the white Zetsu, everything vanish, and he says, "This war is over. We should end it too." Naruto becomes the king of. He becomes the king. That's how Naruto becomes the king of the Angel and the Devil Clan, beating the king of the Angel and the Devil Clan. So Naruto becomes king, and the Hokage. No, he doesn't become Hokage. Sasuke becomes Hokage, and that's what I'm gonna no. So he becomes Hokage, and about 4 years time skip to Neri. Naruto goes into the garden, and he connects with Hinata's mind, and he sees her feelings, and it's the exact same from his. And after that, Hinata and Naruto kiss. And the fight between Neri, Naruto doesn't even blink. He just kind of looks at Toneri and he kind of like disintegrates. The only part of the last I'm gonna use the and Naruto and Hinata fall in love. By the way, Naruto doesn't take up the ugly ass hairstyle that he takes in the original. I don't like it and it's ugly. So he's gonna keep his original. He's gonna kind of look like a Minato. So he happens, and 4 years time skip. No, it was already 4 times. So about one, no, another 4 year time skip. By this time, Naruto and Hinata has gotten married, and their children is about 3 years old. 3 years old, their oldest child, and um, Naruto is playing with Sasura, playing with Sasura. The child of Sasu and Sasuke, and they're playing, and Sasura takes Naruto's stuffed bear and starts running, and he starts crying, and then his dojutsu activates. Kind of a cross, an X between the black and white sage mode, but then it turns gray. An X, a gray X, and Naruto says, "Wow, he really. One day you're gonna surpass me, son, and take the legacy of King." That's where I'm gonna leave it off. 20 likes if you want me to continue this. And by the way, leave in the comments. No, there's gonna be a poll on this video. What do you want me to say? What if what if Baruto had God chakra, or what if Baruto had the Godogan? No, Godogan. Wait, let me think. There should be a proper name on the poll. So yeah, so that's where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. And I'm gonna check the person who leaves the comment. Hi, bye, yeah, hi, bye. So I know who finished the whole video. Hi, bye. You get a shout out. And I almost forgot to shout out Nexus Sanin. His link will be in the description. So that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Bye.